The guy who sells self-improvement collapsed in Miami Mall while thousands of people watched. That is Braden Peters for the uneducated people, or as many people call him, Clavicular. A quick introduction on Clavicular. He is 20. He built an entire career around ascending, getting better and looking better, becoming the version of yourself that dominates any room you walk into, like those Sigmas on TikTok. Because many of us have seen those videos and thought to ourselves, oh, I wish I could become like those Sigma guys that just walk in the room and then they itch their cock by itching their leg because it reaches all the way down there. And then one night in April 2026, he stopped responding midstream in a restaurant booth in front of his cameramen who were filming him live. The guy who told a generation of men to be disciplined needed a life support mask to be able to breathe. Before we talk about the floor, we gotta talk about the ceiling. Because Clavicular wasn't just a gym bro TikToker. He is the guy who made Looksmaxxing, the thing we pointed and laughed at, a religion. And he was the prophet. And starting at 14, and yes, I say 14 years old, he claimed to have injected testosterone supplements into his body. And he stated that his body stopped producing natural testosterone when he was 19.5 inches. Was the measurement of his clavicles when he measured them publicly. He even tracked his waist at 31 inches, and he was in fact 6'2", so I shouldn't even be making this video about him because I'm 6 foot and I shouldn't have an opinion. Every measurement was a ceremony, and it worked, of course, because I am making this about him, and a lot of idiots like me are sitting after work making dumbass videos about him. As you can see, I am extremely self-aware about my place on the internet, and I am sure to tell you that I understand that my voice isn't as respected as Clavicular. So if any of you haters of Clav want to come, and you can come to my 51 whole subscribers will attack back. GQ profiled him. The New York Times declared, and I quote, I swear to God that was the article, they declared that he was ascending. And he even had a PR rep, a 20-year-old man with a PR rep whose whole just thing on the internet is smashing his face with a hammer. But ink goes much deeper than that, bro. It's about ascension. But anyways, hold on to the image I just presented to you about Clav, because we'll be getting back to that later. Here's the thing about building your identity on perfect control. Eventually, when you get to the top of what you're building, you gotta maintain it, because you can't just get to the top and fuck up. And Braden was doing this very good. He was maintaining it perfectly. Christmas Eve 2025, a man climbs up on Clav's Tesla truck. Somebody off camera tells Clav to floor it. Drive, bro. And after doing that, he says, is he dead? Hopefully. Separately, Florida Fish and Wildlife open an investigation on him after a video circulating appearing to have Clavicular in it shooting at an alligator. He gets arrested in Florida, misdemeanor, and the allegation was that he was provoking a fight between two women and filming it, posting it online. And once again, I remind you that the New York Times reported about this bro, this Looksmaxxer, this 20-year-old, this absolute prophet of a human being. He goes on 60 Minutes in Australia. The person who was interviewing asked two questions. Does he identify as an incel? And what's his relationship with Andrew Tate? I mean, if you're friends of Andrew Tate, doesn't that automatically mean that you're an incel? Anyways, by April 2026, his YouTube channel was completely removed. Yeah, he had been banned multiple times before, and this is like the YouTube's last straw or something. Who gives a shit? That's not the information we care about. April 14th, 2026 is what we care about, because here, Mr. Clavicular was IRL streaming on Kick, because that seems to be like the thing now, to be outside of your house. That's the trend. To be honest, I don't get the point of IRL. It's just mostly if you want to get views on IRL streaming, you gotta do something stupid. And of course, Clav does that, because he wouldn't have had all these succulent, sexy views. Anyways, he was walking around taking selfies with fans and whatever, and then something shifts. His penis shifted from left to right. Actually, his team cuts the stream. Bystanders catch it anyway. Phone footage of several people carrying him. An ambulance arrives and Miami Fire confirms. Suspect overdose, 20-year-old male. The next morning, he posts a photo. Blood smeared across his face from the support mask he was wearing. And underneath it, he writes, "Just got home. That was brutal." All of the substances are just cope, trying to feel neurotypical while being in public. But obviously, that isn't a real solution. The worst part of tonight was my face descending from the life support mask, trying to feel neurotypical in public. I just want to note one thing that I've observed with these right-winged, cool guys that tell men that they should dominate at home using violence or something. I don't know what they advocate, but I feel like it's just dumb shit usually. I think that a lot of them are so far right that they become left. Calling yourself neurodivergent, I don't think that's something very right-winged to do. But Clav does it because he mentions in a video that he thinks that he's neurodivergent. And just let that sink in, how far right you can be where you go full circle and come back to the left side. But just remember that that wasn't the Looksmaxxer talking. That was the 20-year-old who had built an entire identity around not needing anything. And then admits that he couldn't go outside without chemical help to feel okay. Within 24 hours of the overdose, he was at the opening of his nightclub. And within 72 hours, his PR rep had quit. On stream, Clav said that he was done using substances. Hopefully forever, in his words. "I ain't gonna be doing any of this shit anymore," is also what he said. And then he followed it up by saying that he needed, quote, "figure out a new method. Either practice mogging sober or finding a new type of content to do." This is insane. This is so fucking... He also said that he can't IRL stream anymore. The thing that made him famous, the thing he had built his entire career upon, he had to stop with because last time he did it, he was not able to breathe. But I keep coming back to this quote he had where he said that he wanted to be neurotypical, hence for the drugs. And I can't help but feel bad for him if that is the case, if that is true, or if he was just saying that so his mom wouldn't get mad at him for seeing him overdose on video. But where is he now? Because that's basically the whole point of this video. Well, I don't know. His channels are gone. His PR rep is gone. I mean, he said that he was gonna change his content or get into something else, some other niche. And for what it's worth, I guess I hope he's okay. I mean, I can't help but feel bad for him. But at the same time, I can't help but fucking just, I don't know, be very critical towards him because he has influenced a lot of teenagers and kids towards focusing on your looks in a way where it becomes obsessive, and he's probably caused some suicide, at least one. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I know you're sad that it's over, but it is what it is. Just stay tuned for my next video and stop crying. All right, see ya.